What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze here. We are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully he's having a very good day today. So today we have a really special video. We actually have here the top 10 best rotations in Dokkan tier list for January 2023. And this was actually inspired by the homie here on Twitter. Shout out here to Dark Shadow. He actually posted this on Twitter asking the community what's your favorite rotation. And I actually went ahead and replied that this is going to be my favorite rotation, the orange Piccolo, and also the banner unit STR Piccolo. So today we'll be doing here basically a top 10 best rotations in my opinion, rotations game of Dokkan. This was actually pretty difficult. I actually had to watch certain videos, so shout out here to the Truth, of course, and also to Minato Flash for the showcase, because it actually helped me create this list. For the first top 5, I will say it was pretty simple, but from number 6 all the way to number 10 was actually pretty tricky. And even number 10, I'm not even too sure if it's like correct. I have in my doubts for number 10, who I put for number 10, but I will provide some explanation. Now you will see some cards here, like this cooler with multiple like pictures, and the reason why is because like I can't put the same picture twice in this tier list, so I had to go ahead and use the TUR version. But same thing for Goku and for Gohan, all that good shenanigans. So again, this is gonna be a pretty interesting list. Again, the first 5 to me makes sense, but from 6 to 10, I think you have enough arguments to kind of switch them over. But we'll just start with number 10. We also have some honorable mention, which I will save for the end. And this is also both for global and for JP as well. All right, so number 10, I was pretty hesitant. I actually forgot to put 2 more characters, which were Rikum and also Rikum and Goldo and Captain Ginyu, but I think they don't make the list. But we'll see how I make this. So at number 10, this is pretty interesting. I actually put here LR Metal Cooler and the LR Cooler. I put them at number 10, and one of the main reasons why is because these guys are actually a really good partner, because as you see here on Dokkan Wiki, LR STR Cooler, if we actually pair them up with Metal Cooler, they actually share 5 links together. They share Big Bad Bosses, Strongest Cloud in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. And also, of course, this works really well for LR Cooler, because LR STR Cooler is actually going to be a slot 2 character, because he is a character based on his passive that requires to build up. And LR Metal Cooler, if we actually take a look at LR Metal Cooler, he's actually a pretty good slot 1 character. He does have that beautiful revive mechanic. The only thing is that his revive mechanic requires him to be the one that actually dies in the rotation. He also builds up attack and defense as well. Each time he does get attacked, he heals quite a lot. The only issue is that you can't really run 2 of the Metal Cooler. And if you're running with the STR LR Cooler, you're only gonna, if you want to take advantage of his 200% leader skill, sorry, you're gonna have to rely on using this guy as a leader, because unfortunately, this cooler, Metal Cooler, is actually not part of the 200% leader skill for LR Cooler. So that's like one of the drawbacks, that you can't really use 2 of them, and to use his 200% leader skill, his full, his full passive or his full stats, you need to run 2 of this guy as a leader. So that's like the only reason why I put him number 10, is that because this Metal Cooler is actually very limited when you are using him with STR Cooler. You can use him on a 170 lead, which is completely fine, but it's just much better for this character to be on a 200% leader skill. And that's like kind of the design flaw for this character. Metal Cooler is just missing so many categories in my opinion, which I don't understand why. And they also just should give him another name here as well, so he can actually look up really good with the EZA AGL Metal Cooler in my opinion. But these guys do work really well together. One issue with Metal Cooler I found as well is that sometimes you have to rely on him dying in certain cases, but sometimes he doesn't take enough damage where the next character, maybe in slot 2 or 3, just dies, and you actually don't get the revival because this cooler took too much damage. So that is kind of a flaw, I would say. But overall, it's still, in my opinion, would still be a top 10 rotation game of Dokkan, because these two, like LR STR Cooler, does so much damage. It's actually pretty ridiculous, and he actually could be a pretty good tank here as well for Metal Cooler. So I do put them here at number 10. Just again, you can't really use his Metal Cooler to his full potential unless you're using it as a double lead, which kind of like makes him not the greatest, because you can only do 1 revive in Dokkan. So for that reason, I do put him here at number 10. At number 10, I was going to put Captain Ginyu and Rekomen Goldo, but I feel like these are just much more better, in my opinion, much more consistent. But, you know, the number 10 is, again, is iffy for me. So for number 9, this might be a pretty shock to a lot of people, but it's definitely a top 10 rotation game of Dokkan, in my opinion. And of course, here this will be your EZA God Goku, and of course, here the 7th anniversary LR Gods. And the reason why you might think, why is it so low? Why is it like number 5 or number 4? It's pretty simple. It's just because God Goku, EZA God Goku, sorry, he's a fantastic unit. The only problem is that you cannot use him everywhere, right? Compared to the other units that we're going to mention on top. Unfortunately, EZA God Goku is limited to Pure Saiyans and, of course, movie bosses, which, you know, is like, I want to say a good 70% of the hard content. But, for example, like the Ultimate Red Zone, GT bosses, and also the Red Ribbon Army, as of right now, this Goku is just useless. This Goku will be useful in the Red Ribbon Army once we do face off Cell Max, because it's been confirmed he's going to be a boss for, for Stage 6 of the Ultimate Red Zone. But other than that, this Goku, again, if every boss was a Pure Saiyan or movie bosses, this can easily be put to like number 5 for sure. But unfortunately, you know, there's some holes where you're not able to use Goku everywhere. But regardless, Goku is a fantastic unit. Very good rotation with the LR Gods. I believe they share 6 out of 7 links together. Let's actually pull them up. Yeah, they share 5 links, sorry. They share, of course, Godly Power, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Warrior Gods, and Fierce Battle. So again, really good rotation. And again, the LR Gods are still really powerful. Overall, even if they're not able to dodge when you actually go to their blue form, if I can actually find their transformation. Where's their transformation? Oh, there it is. So yeah, even when they transform, even if you're not able to dodge, these are just still pretty good, because again, under 18 key super, they do they do actually what's the word here? What's the super attack effect? They do actually disable the enemy's action. That's the word I'm looking for. They do actually disable the enemy's action, which again is really powerful, because if you know where the super attack is going to be, you have a chance to actually disable the enemy's attack. And what's pretty good is that leaving them as a slot 2 character in this rotation in their base form allows them to stack attack and defense. But if ever you have to go blue, it's completely fine, because again, they're still going to share here quite a lot of links together, which I believe is 5 links. Is it 5 links? Let's take a look here. Yeah, they share still 5 links together as well with EZA God Goku. So while God Goku is taking all that damage, these guys are stacking and dealing massive damage, and also they have a good chance of dodging as well, depending on how many Rainbow Key Stars you actually give them. So for that reason, because again, EZA God Goku is not able to be in every single difficult content, I did put it here at number 9. Now at certain, I also would probably say one that probably would fill this gap for God Goku is also EZA Blue Gogeta. EZA Blue Gogeta can definitely fill the role for Goku in events where he's not able to bring, but EZA Gogeta, unfortunately, isn't a 100% chance to dodge character. He's only a 70% chance to dodge. Can I maybe find him very quickly? Let's actually go back here to Movie Heroes very quickly. There we go. This Gogeta is fantastic, right? Again, he can be used almost everywhere, but not every single stage allows you to dodge. And I would say, even though it's a 70% chance to dodge, it's not, again, a guaranteed dodge. So, I mean, we already know this famous clip here from The Truth, right? Let's actually play this. It's pretty funny.
I mean, we just put Gogeta Blue and saw one right here, right? Surely. Dude, I am not scared. Listen, you guys are like, Gogeta sucks. You think I'm scared? No. Gogeta, watch, dude, step back. Get the fuck back and let Gogeta cook. Go ahead, Gogeta. Cook.
Oh, yes, let Gogeta cook. That's the famous words for EZA Gogeta. So again, Gogeta is a fantastic EZA. It's just, again, it's going to be based on RNG. So, again, you know, he can definitely fill out the role for EZA God Goku in certain events, but again, you are risking it because it's not a guaranteed dodge. So again, I would probably still put EZA Gogeta. If you don't have this Goku, you can definitely put Gogeta here. They do share also, I believe, 6 or 5 links together as well, so it's still a pretty good rotation, because again, Gogeta will be filling out slot 1 defensively for the LR Gods while sharing multiple links as well. The only issue is that if you're running a double lead of the LR Gods, you're not able to use this Gogeta at 200% because he's actually not part of the Kamehameha category. So the only way you can actually use him at 200% is actually going to be here with Piccolo or Gohan's team, because they're actually part of superheroes. So, but again, this guy, they actually fulfill, wherever they're missing, because again, you can dodge in every single event, and you can have your damage reduction against every tough boss. So these guys do kind of complete each other for the LR Gods as a rotation. So that's why I put them here at number 9. Number 8, who did I put at number 8? So number 8, this right here, I was debating about it, but it actually makes sense. I will put here Golden Frieza and LR Cooler. Golden Frieza is a fantastic defensive unit. The only issue with Golden Frieza is that Golden Frieza does lose damage reduction. As the turn goes by, he will lose damage reduction. Do we have Golden Frieza? This is, oh, he's actually right here. All right, so Golden Frieza and Cooler, as you guys can see, they do share here 4 links together. They share here Universe Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. The only issue is that this Golden Frieza does not have big bad bosses, which is fine. But again, Frieza's role is to be a slow one character. He gets a damage reduction, which is really good. He can triple super, double super, and then he also gets these extra stats as well as long as the battle continues. The more hits he gets, and the more super attack he does, the greater his stats he's going to get here for attack and defense. So there's also that mechanic here as well. Again, overall, this is a really and the reason why I actually put them over Goku and the other gods is because Frieza, you can use them everywhere, right? You can use them against GT bosses, you can use them against Broly, you can use them against Wicked Bloodline, you can use them against, of course, what a Red Ribbon Army. Like, Frieza is just consistent, but the only downfall about Frieza is again, he does lose his damage reduction. Now, despite him not sharing big bad bosses with Cooler, it's completely fine because, again, if you're rocking these 2 units on the same team, your third unit is most likely going to be a character that has big bad bosses, right? You can run STR Cooler, which will provide also, where's STR Cooler? Yeah, you can run Easy STR Cooler, which would provide 50% to both units, and also activate big bad bosses for LR Cooler. You can have LR Turles here as well. You can also have AGL Turles as a floater. So again, there's a lot of good options to fill in big bad bosses for STR Cooler, but I found that these 2 on the same rotation are really powerful. Again, but the only drawback about this is that Frieza does lose his damage reduction every single turn at the start of turn, which is really ridiculous. It should be only when he's on rotation. That makes a lot more sense, but they decide to kind of put this design flaw on his character for every single turn. And in which some sense you could maybe argue that maybe Ize Goku and the 7th anniversary LRs are better than Frieza and Cooler as a rotation. I think you can maybe make that argument, but it's just, again, just for consistency where you can use Frieza everywhere and Goku you can't use him everywhere. Same thing for Gogeta, right? So again, it's just about more consistency. But again, I wouldn't argue if someone told me that this rotation is better than this. I wouldn't argue because, again, Frieza is losing 10% every single turn, which is quite a lot. So for that reason, I did pull here Golden Frieza as number 8 with Cooler for the best rotations in Dokkan. Then the next one we have here, this is one of my personal favorites. This one here is going to be here LR JANEMBA and also, of course, here STR Cooler. You guys will notice that this is basically just movie bosses and movie heroes. They've really ramped up these categories, which is crazy. But yeah, I would definitely say here that let me put back LR STR Cooler. There we go. Again, this is just much more for consistency. These 2 share really good links together. Share Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Not that much, but again, these are really powerful links. Especially Metamorphosis, because Metamorphosis at fully maxed level 10 links is provide attack and defense plus 10% and recovers 5% HP every single turn. So again, you rock this rotation, it's just really consistent. Much more consistent than Golden Frieza. The only thing is that for LR JANEMBA, you do sometimes have to put him in slot number 2 or 3 to kind of build up his passive because he does get extra attack and defense each time he does perform an attack in those slots for 2 and 3. I believe it's by 33%. No, it's 22%. So he basically he needs to do 3 attacks. He gets initial attack and defense plus 66%. The only flaw is that he does not guard on slot number 3, which is a bit weird. But again, he does have the guard in slot number 1, which definitely works out for Cooler, while he just have really a lot of damage and stacking attack and defense. The good thing about JANEMBA here as well is that JANEMBA does have a nullification, which is against, of course, Ki Blast, which is much more common compared to melee attacks. But it is only a 50% chance to basically nullify the enemy's action. It's not a dodge either, it's actually a nullification. So there we go, has a high chance of nullifying Ki Blast supers directed at this character, which is really good because certain events you're not able to dodge or counter, but he does not do that. He actually does a nullification, which is, again, really good. So JANEMBA, I mean, he is starting to age out a bit, but he's still really powerful. When it comes to like the Cell Max event, I found that JANEMBA tanks way better than Golden Frieza because you have to get pretty lucky with Golden Frieza, where you have to kind of blitz the event to make sure that your damage reduction is not completely gone. But by doing so, you're not building up like the LR coolers, right, or your other characters. So it is like kind of a double-edged sword. I have seen here that this JANEMBA, once he's fully built up, Cell Max is basically the toughest boss in Dokkan, or the hardest hitting boss in Dokkan, and he can definitely survive a super attack. Not as well as God Goku, but I mean, again, he is able to live a super attack, which I believe you take around like 400 to 450k, depending on how many dupes you have of him in the hidden potential system. But JANEMBA can definitely survive Cell's max super attack, but more importantly, compared to like God Goku, he's just much more consistent everywhere. So that's the reason why I put here LR JANEMBA Cooler and slot number 7. Again, I don't know why people trash JANEMBA. I mean, I guess I could understand because he's actually not on that many teams. How many teams is this character guy? He's actually going to be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's on 5 teams, but I mean, he does have access to like one of the most powerful teams in Dokkan, which of course are movie bosses and transformation boosts. So again, LR JANEMBA is still really good. And he's actually very usable everywhere in all these categories because of his guard ability. So for that reason, I would put here, of course, LR JANEMBA and Cooler at slot number 7. And now number 6, this one right here, I think it's like definitely now that we're going up the list, these are going to be like the guaranteed spots in my opinion. So at number 8, or yeah, number 6, sorry, maybe it could be in top 5, but I have your Android 8 and Kid Goku. These two on the same rotation are pretty ridiculous. I've seen the video at 55%. Also, shout out here to Dokkan World. Android 8, type disadvantage with no boost. He can cook, my boys. This guy took 100k from Cell Max event. That is just so crazy. At 55%, by the way. Did I mention that? 55%? Let's actually go back here to Movie Heroes. This Android 8 and Kid Goku on the same rotation is pretty nasty. And works really well. Are they not here? Where the hell is Kid Goku? Kid Goku, you should be somewhere here. Did I miss you? Did I miss Kid Goku? I think I did. Hold on. Are they not part of Movie Heroes? I'm pretty sure they're part of Movie Heroes. Alright. Interesting. Let me put Gohan then. Because I know he's part of Exploding Rage. So let's go here. And where is Exploding Rage? Exploding Rage should be right about here. Alright, there we go. And oh, is this the global version? God damn it. Okay, that's why it's not showing. Let's put JP. All right, there we go. Kid Goku. So Kid Goku, this character is insane, especially when you pair up with Android 8. Again, Android 8 just takes no damage whatsoever. I probably could pull up the clip, but it's kind of lazy right now. But these two on the same rotation, you're just not taking any damage. What's pretty interesting is that you can actually even do a auto mode against Cell Max event using this team build with Kid Goku and Android 8. That's how good they are. They can easily do an auto run on the Cell Max event. And yeah, the only thing is that I guess Android 8 does not hit as hard compared to the other characters that are top 5. But these two on the same rotation are just completely ridiculous. Goku providing that extra crit and also damage reduction is just even more deadly. The fact that he can also triple super here as well. He's gonna get defense on super attack. He actually gets your defense plus 59% when he does perform an attack. But other than that, this Kid Goku is pretty ridiculous. Like, he's just so universal. But as far as his best rotation, I mean, you could also make the argument for Beast Gohan and this Goku. The only problem, right, is that rocking this rotation, you're not really able to use Gohan's full or his active skill, I should say, because Gohan's active skill. Let me actually go back here on Beast Gohan. I believe it requires you to have a full rotation of superheroes. Um, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. So you have to have a full rotation of superheroes, or when you're only facing one enemy starting from the sixth turn. But I mean, Android 8 defensively is just way better compared to Goku, and also because of that, Goku is also providing support here because he's actually part of the DB saga. So again, you can maybe make an argument, but just Gohan, unfortunately, just they kind of fumbled. I rather, in my opinion, I would rather run this rotation compared to this because Gohan does have the guard ability, but it's only for the first 3 turns, and Android 8 is just much more consistent with his defense. So, to me anyway, it feels better to actually put your Android 8 and Kid Goku at number 6. Alright, my voice is starting to crack up. We're about what 21 minutes already in the video. Oh my goodness. All right, let me wrap this up here. So at number 5, what I have here is basically going to be here. Is actually going to be here at Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Listen, these boys, I only had to talk too much about them. They're just so ridiculous. They're just a better version, in my opinion, of Kid Goku and Android 8, because they're much more universal. And on top of that, when you have them fully rainbow, this guy's like a mini SR Goku. Like, he's ridiculous. And on top of that, one also thing I would probably say what puts him above Android 8 and also Kid Goku is that both these guys have kind of a nullification. So Gamma 1 has a great chance to counter melee attacks, and Gamma 2 has a 50% chance to nullify Ki Blast, which again is just really ridiculous. This is why I put them above, of course, Kid Goku and Android 8, but more importantly, they also do way more damage compared to this rotation. Android 8, I believe, on a good turn can maybe do like, what, 5 million? But Gamma 1, you know, when he's fully built up and has his guard ability and his damage reduction, like, he can hit 10 million pretty easily. So that's like double the number of Android 8, and then of course, Gamma 2, he can do multiple super attacks at 10 million. So, this is just a better version of these guys right here. And on top of that, compared to like God Goku, you can use Gamma 1 everywhere, right? You can use them against GT bosses, Broly, Cooler, you name it, right? This guy is going to be a defensive wall against everyone. So again, I would say here at number 5, definitely Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 are going to be the top 5 best rotations in Dokkan here. For number 4, what I did put here, this, you know, this might be a bit biased, but I do like Orange Piccolo and SCR Piccolo. These guys, again, are just a better version, I want to say, of Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Maybe I should put Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 like this, and then maybe Orange Piccolo like this. Maybe. But I just feel like Orange Piccolo and this Piccolo right here are just really powerful. No, I would put them above because both these characters are both defensively really good. Again, this SCR Piccolo just got a huge boost with this Orange Piccolo. Let's actually go back here to movie heroes. So Ice Exploding Rage, and there goes STR Piccolo. So yeah, one of his best linking partners is of course this Orange Piccolo. They do share here Brainiacs, Sloth Support, the Mechians, which is again almost like Metamorphosis but less better because they actually recover 7% HP at the start of each turn and attack and defense plus 7%. So that's actually really clutch. And of course you have your Fierce Battle. The good thing about this Piccolo is again that he has his guard ability. When he gets a extreme class enemy, he provides super class allies Ki plus 2, defense plus 30%, and attack plus 30% when you're facing an extreme class enemy. Sorry. He also gets your additional attack and defense plus 50% when facing one enemy, and then defense plus 100% when facing 2 or more enemies. Let me just see here. Is there nothing else that he does? Oh, he actually gets an extra damage reduction of 15% per movie heroes, category allies attacking the same turn. So he actually gets your 30% damage reduction. I thought he also guards here as well. Does he not guard? Oh, there he goes. Yeah, so he actually guards all attacks, and he also has your 30% damage reduction. So really, again, this rotation with Orange Piccolo is just really disgusting. There are scenarios where this Orange Piccolo, again, I don't want to talk too much about Orange Piccolo, but he is a god. But there are certain scenarios, like for example the Cell Max event, where this Piccolo is actually not able to tank the super attack unless he super attacks first. So again, the good thing about that is that you can put this this STR Piccolo in slot number 1. He will definitely eat the super attack, and then of course you have your orange Piccolo. If he does like a double super attack, after this orange Piccolo actually super attacks, he will actually be able to survive the super attack from Cell Max. And on top of that, he also has a giant form here as well. The only drawback is that you're not able to activate on turn 3 because this Piccolo is actually not part of superheroes. But I mean, again, like turn 3, you probably don't even need a transformation because this Piccolo is so defensively good, and offensively, again, they're also providing support as well. So this orange Piccolo is just a god with this STR Piccolo. So that's why I do have them at number 4, just because defensively they're both really good compared to like Gamma 1, where Gamma 2 here, where Gamma 2 sometimes, you know, if he actually does not get the nullification, or if the enemy is not doing a Ki Blast super attack, depending on how many super attacks you actually do get, he can actually get cooked. But Piccolo, he is good to go. So this is why I put him here at number 4. So now we're reaching here to the top 3. The top 3 are going to be pretty much the same thing, but this, in my opinion, number 3, we actually have here Vegeta and Trunks and Carnival Goku. Carnival Goku, not much to talk about. He is a disgusting character. Let's actually go back here to movie heroes. He's just one of my favorite units to use overall. He has a guard ability, he stacks defense, he has an active skill, and he also has a revive mechanic as well, and he's also super effective against all types. So again, this Goku is just really good. The fact that you can actually use him on the same rotation with Vegeta and Trunks at the same time is just, again, a double almost invincible almost invincible rotation, because again, both characters are guarding, they're both stacking defense. I guess they're not hitting as hard as like the other rotations, but there's still a very strong rotation. And again, not much really to talk about these characters. It's just, in my opinion, that these guys are just really good defensively and also offensively, because Carnival Goku can definitely hit harder than STR Piccolo, and same thing for Vegeta and Trunks. So for that reason, I do put him here at number 3. And then at number 2, this one here was also a bit, you might maybe say this is number 1, but I think this would be number 2. But we have here Carnival Goku and also LR AGL Gohan. These guys share 7 out of 7 links together, which we will take a quick look. Their best linking partner, of course, again, is Gohan. They share 7 teams, and they also have here, of course, your 7 links together as well. The only issue is that you can't really run double Carnival Goku, and the reason why is because you can't do a double revive, right? So that's like the only thing. But other than that, these two on the same rotation are just really disgusting. Gohan can triple super, he can stack his defense really, really quick. And of course, with Gohan, when you actually go to the Super Saiyan 2 form, which is going to be right here, he is a juggernaut. He can hit really hard with his EZA. He can do multiple super attacks. And having him on the same rotation with this Goku is just a really strong rotation, because again, Goku guards, he's super effective. And if ever you are in a pinch, he will revive here as well. So again, for that reason, I will put him here at number 2. And then for number 1, what I have here is going to be here Vegeta and Trunks, and also Gohan. You can also put this Carnival Goku as well with this rotation, but I am not the biggest fan of this Carnival Goku, but he's still a pretty good, you know, substitute if you don't have the revived Carnival Goku. But we'll just leave him here for now. So yeah, so my number 1 pick, of course, is going to be here Vegeta and Trunks and AGL Gohan. The reason why is because you can actually run double the Yellow Trunks and Vegeta, and on top of that, because of their leader skill, you can actually have your Carnival Goku as a floater, or any Super Saiyan Goku as a floater. And then if you ever go to Super Saiyan 2 form with Gohan, you get the extra 50 to 59% attack on super attack. So it's just much more consistent, in my opinion. Together, I believe they do share here. What's your best looking partner? Let's show here top 25. Oh, really? I thought they share like 4 links together. Do they not? There's just so many Super Saiyan Gokus. Okay. Well, they do share 4 links together. Let me pull up Vegeta and Trunks, actually. Let's show here the top 25. Yeah, there we go. So they actually share 5 links together here, sorry. So they share Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, which are all really powerful links. So for that, I would put them here as the number 1 rotation in Dokkan for 2023. So that was pretty long. I do apologize for the time there. We're about 30 minutes in. As far as my honorable mentions, I probably would say maybe Kid Goku and Beast Gohan are going to be definitely a rotation that you could definitely rock here. But again, it's just like Gohan's just not that consistent. Even though he does share 4 links with Goku, I just feel like it's still very difficult for you to actually get a 20 key super. So that's why I would put him here in my honorable mentions. Another honorable mention I would put here as well is going to be here LR Cooler and LR STR EZ Cooler. The only issue with this rotation is that both these characters are not a slot 1 character, and LR Cooler can sometimes go way too quick, where this STR Cooler, you actually don't have enough time to actually stack his defense. And again, both these characters are not going to be a slot 1 character until this Cooler actually has, like, you know, very high defense. But other than that, compared to these other rotations, it's just not, you know, not going to really work, in my opinion. Another honorable mention I would probably say is going to be here STR Vegito and LR Tech Gogeta. Unfortunately, these guys just aged out, but they're still a really fun rotation when they first came out. It was one of the dominant rotations in Dokkan, but, you know, unfortunately, they just aged out, right? Especially the STR Vegito. When he gets his EZA, then these guys will definitely be top 10, but for right now, they're just not going to make the cut. One of my favorite rotations, but unfortunately they fumble these characters, are the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s. Again, no, they're not great. They're a cool rotation. They're my favorite. They're definitely not top 10, but they just, you know, I just put them there because they're my favorite rotation. But they definitely fumble the LRs. I mean the Super Saiyan 4s for heroes, and then I guess also UI Goku and also Gohan is another rotation that's actually pretty good. But when you compare it to the other list right here, it's just, they're just not the greatest here, right? So that's gonna be a video, my boys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know down below your favorite rotations in Dokkan. Again, I think from numbers 7 to 10, actually, you can maybe argue a different type of rotation, but for the first 5 or first 6, I should say, I definitely think these are the best rotations in Dokkan. All right, so again, I will say thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, sub for more videos, come down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.